Okay, let's take a look at the polar coordinate system. The polar coordinate system is a two-dimensional coordinate system in which each point on a plane is determined by a distance from a reference point. Now this distance we're going to call the radius, and the reference point we call the pole. And an angle from a reference direction called the polar axis. All right, we'll call this angle theta. And the polar axis, we'll see over here on the side. Let's take a look at what we just talked about. Here's the rectangular coordinate system. Right, we got our x and y axis. All right, so we can take any point that has rectangular coordinates, x, y, and assign polar coordinates to them. So let's show that here. So the pole is the origin 0, 0. Now in rectangular coordinates, right, we would move from the origin horizontally and vertically. So if we had a point xy here, for example, in quad 1, there's this example here. We've gone right x units and we've gone up y units to get to these rectangular coordinates of x and y. Well, now let's assign location of this ordered pair at this point by using the polar coordinates, the radial coordinate and the angular coordinate. So to locate this point, we're going to look at rotating from the polar axis. So here's the polar axis, right? The positive side of the x-axis to that point. So if we rotate to that point, we rotate an angle of theta. So we've got this angle theta here, and that's the angular coordinate. And then we measure the distance from the pole, which is the origin, to that point. And this is the radius r. So we assign the coordinates of r and theta. These are the polar coordinates for that point. So with that said, you can see that we can again easily convert back and forth between rectangular and polar. And we'll do that later using some of our right triangle trig to help us. So again, you can see with rectangular coordinates, of course, we get a right triangle. So again, we'll be able to apply some of the definitions of right triangles to help us. All right, so let's take a look at an example. All right, now you can see I've got a couple here on this example here on slide 3 where I've labeled some polar coordinates. Here's point A, and you can see again here would be the pole, right, the origin. And we've rotated on this point A 60 degrees. So you can see here's the angle rotation. Here's theta, right? Theta is 60 degrees. And we've measured out a radius of 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, one thing I want to make note of, radius there is positive. Now, if we have a negative radius, let's take an example of another point. Let's look at, for example, let's take the example here of E. All right, point E I've located here by rotating 210 degrees. And let's show this one a different color. So again, remember the polar axis. We can label it in here, the positive side of the x-axis. There's the polar axis. As we rotate to point E, now where's point E here in quad 3? We're rotating here over here to the 210 degrees, right, our third degree mark in quad 3. And you can see this point's located by a radius of 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now, we also show the same point as a polar coordinates of -3 and 30 degrees. And how's that so? Well, with the negative coordinate, right, let's go ahead and look at first theta. And you always go with angle rotation first. Now, if we rotate 30 degrees, all right, and I'm going to put it in a different color. Let's put it in red. Right, if we were rotating from the positive side of the x-axis, 30 degrees, right, here's theta equal 30 degrees. Now, since the radius is -3, we don't go in that same direction, 3 units. We go the opposite direction. So we go the third degree in quad 3. So opposite, -1, -2, and -3. So there's that point of -3, 30 degrees, again, in polar coordinates. So you can see if the radius is negative, we're going the opposite direction. So again, we're going to always go rotation first and then distance with polar coordinates. All right, let's do a couple here on our own. Let's take example A here. So let's look at A. As we want to plot the polar coordinates, let's go ahead and plot point A. It says radius is 3, so here's r, and theta is 60. So let's go ahead and rotate. You can see I've already mapped out the polar grid. So here's the positive side of the x-axis, the polar axis, and here's the pole. Right, so we got the pole, and we got the polar axis. Now 6-degree rotation. So you can see again, I've got my different special angles already marked in here. I'm going to highlight 60. So here's a rotation, right, of 60 degrees. So there's theta equals 60. And radius is 3, so let's go ahead and measure out a radius of 3. 1, 2, and 3. So here's the polar coordinates of 3, 60 degrees. All right, how about point B? Let's do point B. You can do it in a different color. Point B has a rotation of 10 degrees. Well, a 10-degree rotation, right? Well, let's mark in that rotation. Here's theta equal to 10 degrees. Now, radius is 0, so the distance from the origin is 0 units. So our point is on the origin, right? So if our radius is 0, right, we're going to always be at the pole. We're going to be at the origin. We're not measuring out a distance. So 0, 10, there's point B there at the pole. So you can see we've got a couple points plotted, point A and point B. All right, let's do another one. Let's go to C. Let's do the third point here. We'll do it in a different color. So we got a rotation. Now this one we have a negative radial coordinate and our angular coordinate 120. Positive counterclockwise rotation. So let's go ahead and rotate 120 degrees. So 120, which again you can see the 120 degree mark already labeled on my polar grid here. So we're rotating here. There's our rotation of theta, 120 degrees. Now, since radius is negative, now 120 degrees is our 6-degree mark in quad 2. Well, we're going to do the same thing here in quad 4. Right, we're going to go 6-degree mark, but we got to go opposite direction. So -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5. So right here is our point. -5, 120 degrees. Here's point C. So again, we're at that 6-degree mark in quad 4. 6-degree mark in quad 2. We have to go the opposite direction. It's right here, again in quad 4. So you see, again, remember, with negative, we go the opposite direction. All right, speaking of negative, let's do an example of a negative rotation. Let's look at our next one. We've got here in rotation of -60 degrees. Well, where's -60? Well, -60, we're going clockwise 60 degrees. So right here, right, we just mentioned our 6-degree mark. So right here is theta equal to -60. All right, and now we got a radius of 1, so we go measure out 1 unit. So there's our point. So we'll go ahead and plot that as point D. Right, that's again radius of 1, -6 degrees. And of course, some of them are in radians. Right, you go to, let's do the last one. We'll skip over to F. Let's do point F here. It says E. Let's change that to F. All right, let's plot point F here. It says -4 pi over 3. Now, where's pi over 3? Pi over 3 is 60. So, again, you're looking at a rotation of pi over 3 radians. Let's go ahead and highlight that. Here's theta equal to pi over 3. And we're at our 6-degree mark of pi over 3 radians. Now, -4 means we're going opposite direction. So, that means let's find the 6-degree mark right in quad 3. So we'll go opposite. Now -4, we'll mop it out. Now here's the 6-degree mark, right here, 240. So -1, -2, -3, -4. Right here's our point. So there's point F, right? -4 pi over 3 radians. So again, that's plotting polar coordinates. So pretty straightforward. Well, again, we're assigning a location by distance and angle of rotation.